it is Do-It-Yourself Wednesday. Now this morning we're starting to think about spraying and planting gardens. It's not too early to start planting some seeds indoors. TV6's Andrew Lacombe is at Lowe's in Marquette Township this morning to tell us more about it. Andrew, love the hat.
Hey Vicki, yeah, right now I am inside a greenhouse that will be better for outside, not inside the store like we are right now. But you know, there's a little snow on the ground, so maybe it's too early to set one of these up. But something that you could set up inside to grow things would be a device like this. Greenhouse with shelves, and we're going to learn what you can put inside that. Sean from Lowe's with us this morning, and Sean, what kind of things can people start growing right now?
You can start just about anything. In this climate zone, you want to be planning to put seeds in the ground at about the end of May. So most seeds take 4 to 6 weeks to germinate, and you're going to want to start those. You know, in the next couple weeks here, it's really prime time to get your seeds started, and you can start anything you want inside.
Okay, so you're talking about anything you want. You got some examples of seeds here, and you got something started.
We do. It's really important to follow the instructions. You have every seed variety is different. The back of each seed packet will indicate how long that they take to germinate, how long they take to get ready to be planted in the soil, whether you should plant them, directly outside. The information there, and really the specialists at the store are the best to help you find the best solution for you depending on what you want to grow.
Okay, yeah, I think I need to get some advice before I venture into anything like this. And so tell me what's set up and what people should be doing.
We have a variety of seed starting tools that are here. This packet here shows how it comes out of the box, and this one here shows what it looks like when it's wet and ready to be accepting seeds. So what you would do is basically you take one of these, you fill it with water for a couple minutes, they expand, and they provide the perfect medium to start your seeds indoors. You start the seeds, you put the covers on, and basically you could put it in one of the greenhouses or in a sunny window, and it'll really take care of itself.
Okay, and now what happens if the snow isn't off the ground until I don't want to make any guesses.
It's not just about the snow, but about the soil temperatures and the air temperatures as well. But one thing you want to be careful of is not leaving them in the seed starting kits too long. If you do that, the new seedlings will get root bound, and they'll have a problem when you transplant them. So it's important to, once they outgrow their greenhouses, if they're not ready to go in the ground, put them in something like these disposable pots or these biodegradable pots, where you can basically just plant them in the pots and plant the pots in the ground.
Okay, and then in what kind of places? I know we saw that indoor greenhouse. What kind of areas do you want to put your stuff in?
Every seed is going to have a different recommendation, every variety. Some are full sun, some are part sun. Follow the instructions on the package and talk to your garden specialists. Nancy and Jamie here at Lowe's are really phenomenal. Their experience is invaluable for someone looking to start a new project or they don't know what the best solution is for them. We can help you out with that.
All right, thanks, Sean. Following instructions is probably not one of my strengths, I'd have to say, so like when cooking and everything, so I'll have to maybe get some seed packets and give this a try and read very closely. So we're going to be coming back here later on. We're going to be learning about pruning trees, why it's important to do that right now. So we'll be back here later on this morning. For now, live in Marquette Township this morning, Andrew Lacombe, TV6 News.
Hey Andrew, could you ask Sean for me real quick on those biodegradable pots? I know like on regular pots you're supposed to put like a little dish underneath so that they don't leak through, and I'm just wondering, should you put a dish under those so they don't leak, or is that pretty much all self-contained?
He's wondering if you should put a dish underneath the biodegradable pots so they don't leak.
Absolutely. These pots are not designed to be watertight, so it's important if you're transplanting into something like that to make sure you're protecting the surfaces you're putting it on, whether it's a dish or a coaster or even an actual waterproof pot you can use. There's a whole wide variety of options that are available, and we've got all those supplies for you right here.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Sean, and Vicki, I hope you're planning to do some growing. I know you've got the garden that you do every year at the station, so I don't know what you have in the works, but I'm excited to get growing, and I'm ready for sunshine too.
I know, I was eyeing up the pink hat in your picture. I've got to have to head down there and pick that up. Thanks, Andrew. Now, even though it doesn't look like spring outside, there are things you can do now to make sure your garden and yard are ready for the growing season. Earlier today, we got some do-it-yourself tips on getting those seeds ready indoors. Now we're heading back out to Lowe's in Marquette Township for more fun. Andrew Lacombe joining us again to do some pruning. Andrew, really? Pruning?
Hey, Vicki. Yeah, we're back outside the store now, and yeah, pruning, this is the right time to do it. Sean's here again, and Sean, just tell us why this is the right time.
You want to do it before the buds come out. So it's a little bit chilly out there, and a lot of people aren't thinking about cutting trees or pruning their trees, but now is the time when the tree is essentially dormant to make those modifications that'll help the tree be healthier throughout the year.
Okay, I think it's more than a little bit chilly, but it's kind of cold out here this morning. But so take us through what to look for.
Sure. We've actually got a really good example of a problem right here. There's a huge canker on this branch right here and right here. And you want to look for the 3 Ds. You're looking for dead, diseased, or decaying. So anything that doesn't look healthy, that doesn't look strong, doesn't look sturdy, now is the time to cut it off. And actually, we've got a pair of hand pruners here perfect for these smaller projects. And we'll actually, we'll cut this one. I guess we won't cut that one. That's the kind of thing you want to cut off to make sure that the tree's healthier. There's a couple different tools that we can use for the project. We've got big loppers and big pruners down here. You can also use a pruning seal to cover when you do make the cut on the tree to make sure that the tree stays as healthy as possible.
All right.
Next thing you want to look for is any crossing branches or forked branches. So any place where the tree's rubbing itself, or that you have 2 large forks that are going to be fighting for the same branch, it'll cause weakness in the tree, and you should look to cut those off, to make sure that the tree stays healthiest.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much, Sean, for showing us what to look for in these trees. Again, the 3 Ds. Remind me of those.
Dead, dying, dead, decaying, and diseased.
Okay. Good things to remember. And if you want to check out this do-it-yourself segment, or early this morning we were planting some seeds indoors, go to our website, uppermichigansource.com. We'll have this video posted later on today so you can check out some do-it-yourself tips. And if you have any ideas for future do-it-yourself segments, post them on our Facebook page. Thanks, Sean, for being here this morning. We're going to head back to the studio now, live in Marquette Township. Andrew Lacombe, TV6 News.
Hey, Andrew, could you ask Sean a real quick question for me? I know he's talking about pruning trees, but is this also a good time to prune your shrubs too? I know they're just slightly different, but I didn't know.
Vicky's wondering if this is a good time to prune shrubs.
Shrubs are also, it is definitely a good time. Again, with the specialists in the store, Nancy and Jamie, they're really the professionals. If you ever have any questions, come into the store. They can help you out and tell you what the best time is and how to make the best job, make the best pruning decisions.
Okay, maybe a little bit of trial and error like we had this morning. All right, back to you, Vicki.
All right, thanks for clearing that up for me, Andrew.